We went to break, and the feed, you
Collapsed.
could see he collapsed.
Took a horn right to the back.
You think old Scotty Eisberg is going to think about even possibly doing the same thing,
No,
Scotty?
I think Scotty may be more adept to like just kind of cleaning up around the cages.
Scotty, what you doing out there today in Walterboro?
All right, first of all, my first boss in Greenville 15 years ago told me the one thing you'll never do for a live shot is ride a bull, because 15 years later, his back is still struggling. But I could talk to the bulls over here. We've got plenty of them just hanging out in the bullpen, if you will. I guess that's where they get the name from baseball, the bullpen. But these guys are very timid. They're very tame right now. Let me tell you, when the lights come on at the Walterboro Rodeo at 8 o'clock tonight, they won't be timid. They won't be tame. They'll be jumping all over the place. They'll be trying to buck those cowboys off, and those cowboys will be trying to hold on for 8 seconds and win some money, get some points, and win this rodeo. We got more than bulls here, obviously. The little calves going on right here. These things ready to get roped later on tonight. Why not? A couple horses over there that are going to be bucking as well. All of the animals you need are here at the rodeo. We're talking 50 or so animals. All the action starts tonight at 8 o'clock. We're going to bring in the guy who's announcing it all, Gary Trammell. This has got to be fun for you. And this is one of those classic rodeos, 26 years now.
26 years they've been putting on a rodeo here in Walterboro, and a pro rodeo to boot right here in South Carolina. And you can't get any better family entertainment to come see top cowboys ride, some of the best livestock in the nation, and for such a great price. I mean, bring the whole family out. You can eat. They got all kinds of vendors and food. You'll enjoy the rodeo, the clowns. It's going to be a blast.
The clowns. How crazy do you have to be to jump in there in that ring and say, hey, bull, come over and talk to me?
Well, put it this way, I'm up there, not out there, so that's pretty crazy. You got to do that. And there's clowns and there's bullfighters. A clown is a man who makes you laugh. The bullfighter is the guy who gets down there in the middle of it in case the cowboy gets hurt. He's there to save the cowboy. We call them cowboy lifesavers.
Now, as far as cowboys go, if you could talk about these guys, what their lifestyle is like. They're going from rodeo to rodeo to rodeo. What's their life kind of like? And I guess these guys are trying to make a living holding on for 8 seconds.
A large percentage of the guys in the world of pro rodeo are on the road pretty much 52 weeks out of the year. They are trying to go as many rodeos as they can. They'll usually hit 2 to 3 rodeos a weekend. So they're spending all weekend in a horse trailer with living quarters trying to earn that money, because you only earn money if you place in the top 3 positions. So if you don't place, you go away empty-handed. So to make a living, usually around $80,000 to $100,000 a year, you've got to hit the road hard.
As far as staying on for 8 seconds, how hard is it? I mean, I guess a normal person would think I could hold on for 8 seconds. How hard is an 8-second ride?
Well, I heard you talking a minute ago. You want to try it yourself?
I'd be happy to try it.
We have tried that before, and it didn't work too well. Okay. And it was great entertainment for television news, I can tell you that. It is difficult. These guys are athletes. They spend their time in the gym on the off season, staying in peak position. When they are on the road between rodeos or going to the gyms and the hotels or staying there, they're just like any other athlete. They're rodeo athletes.
As far as the Walterboro Rodeo, what's kind of the MO on tour about this rodeo? Why do guys come back year after year to this rodeo?
Well, it's the beginning of the rodeo season, so it kind of sets the pace when you're talking about pro rodeo. You want to really get started early on in the year. April, May is where to get started. You set the pace, and if you do good here, you know you're going to have a good year leading up to the finals in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
As far as people coming out here tonight, they're going to see a lot of animals. What's kind of the rundown for the night look like? Obviously, it all ends with the bull riding.
It does. So always save the best for last, as they say. But we'll start with bareback bronc riding, which is one of my favorites. We'll go into some steer wrestling, a very popular event. We have calf roping, which is what cowboys did on the range 100 years ago, and still today they do that. We have team roping. We have cowgirls barrel racing. A lot of fun here.
Absolutely. Let's take a look one more time at the bullpen. Hey, guys, are you ready for tonight? There's a new cowboy in the field. His name is Dean Stevens. He wants a part of you guys. No response right yet. If we get a response, I'll let you know. But we'll be back live with a real cowboy coming up in sports at 6 o'clock. We're looking forward to that. For now, live from Walterboro, I'll send it back to you guys.
Hey, Scotty, I got 2 questions for you. First of all
right.
What kind of boots are you wearing out there in all that dirt and manure?
Well, you know, I was going to wear my normal A6 running shoes.
You knew he wasn't wearing boots. You just called him out.
But check out my jeans. Check out my jeans. I got jeans with the pockets in the back. Those are kind of cowboyish. I'm wearing my finest plaidest shirt. I picked it up at Kohl's, not exactly at a cowboy store.
Do you have a big belt buckle, too?
My belt buckle was purchased at JCPenney by my wife, so I don't think any cowboys will be jealous of it tonight.
You got them Luke Perry jeans on, kid. And the good news for both you and
I look better than Luke Perry.
the good news for both you and I is we don't have to ride the bull. We do not have to ride the bull because he said only athletes. And I have no problem separating myself from just an old fat guy and not getting on a bull.
I think our viewers saw my athleticism last week with my lacrosse playing. I think riding one of these couple thousand-pound animals is probably out of the question.
I don't know, Scotty. I think you could do it. You know what? My bet should be you could hang on for 8 seconds. I believe in you.
I'd rather see you wrestle a greased pig.
Well, you know what? Let's see what we can arrange tonight. How about that? We'll see what we can arrange. You guys seem like you're setting me up. We'll see what we can arrange.
All right. Thank you, Scotty.
We're back, thank goodness, after this.
The Jefferson Awards, presented by George Sink Injury Lawyers, recognize unsung heroes in the Low Country. This month, we salute Derek Snook, founder of In Every Story, a man...
$50 adult admission. And our own Scott Eisberg, he's there tonight live. Scotty?
ABC News 4 Sports with Scott Eisberg.
It is rodeo time. Good evening. I'm Scott Eisberg. Sports comes to you live tonight from Walterboro at the Walterboro Rodeo, and we're joined now by Peyton Brooks, 20 years old. He's from Augusta. This guy does the tough stuff. He's riding bulls tonight. Talk about it. 14 years old, you said you were when you started. Why? Why do you decide to jump on a bull?
Shoot, I don't know. I just watched the movie 8 Seconds, you know, and I always wanted to be a cowboy. I grew up around horses, and it's just what I wanted to do.
How scary is it when you mount up there and then that gates are ready to open up? How scary is that for you?
It ain't scary. It's fun. I mean, we wouldn't do it if we were scared of it.
Obviously, the prize money is nice as well.
Yes, sir, it sure is.
But you said you do it for the fun, not the money. Why is that?
Well, I mean, it's just fun. I mean, it gets your adrenaline pumping. You get to travel with some good buddies, you know, and keeps you out of trouble.
20 years old, you had a pretty major injury last year. If you can, talk a little bit about that.
I was in Aiken, South Carolina, and ended up breaking my leg on a bull of Mr. Ken's. The bull's actually here tonight, and I hope I don't draw him. But, I came off of him the wrong way, and his head just hit me right in my shin and broke that tibia bone.
What's it like for you to see a bull where you know it's going to be scary to get on that thing? You want a good ride from the bull to get a lot of points, but you don't want to get bucked off. What's that feeling like when you draw your bull?
It's just one of them things. You can't change it. You just got to go with it.
All right, 2 big important questions for you as we end. Number 1, do chicks dig the cowboys?
Yes, sir.
All right, obviously that's why he does it. And number 2, better rodeo song, Garth Brooks, Rodeo, or Jake Owen, 8-Second Ride?
Garth Brooks, most definitely.
This guy's a classic. Good luck to you tonight. 20 years old. That's Peyton Brooks from Augusta. He will be riding a bull tonight here in Walterboro. It is an exciting night for all. But let's talk some other sports as well. Let's talk some baseball. Plenty of baseball being played. High school baseball, college baseball, and pro baseball tonight over at the Joe. Let's take a look at some video right now real quick.
Another chance to the left side. Hayes waits. The Yankees are champions of baseball.
That is Charlie Hayes. Yeah, you remember him. He made the final catch of the 1996 World Series for the Yankees. Guess where he is this week? We spotted him at the Joe over at Riley Park watching his son who plays for West Virginia. But for Hayes, it's twofold. He also gets to watch a Yankees farm club in the River Dogs. That makes it equally exciting for him because it's his former team who he certainly is very close with still.
And getting to come watch, you know, the Holders and the Jalen Jacksons and all those kids. I've seen those kids in spring training down with the Yankees, so it's special to get the opportunity to be here to see these guys.
What's it like to watch your own son? How tough is it? Do you watch his dad, or do you watch his coach, or do you watch his former player?
I just kind of, you know, watch. You know, you have your ups and your downs. It's a lot tougher watching than it is playing, I can tell you that.
All right, how about some football news? Marcus Lattimore, the Gamecocks great, said he wanted to coach, not college, but high school. And today, Marcus Lattimore gets a job. Announced today, Marcus Lattimore is the new head JV coach at Heathwood Hall School in Columbia. This on the same day he graduates from South Carolina. Lattimore will also coach the offense for the varsity team for Heathwood Hall. Of course, they are a Skeeza-Pleeza from the Midlands, so you might see him down in the Low Country playing a little football against Porter Gout. And that will wrap it up for sports. Oh, there's a calf right behind me. Hello, little guy. How are you? This calf seems a little scary because... Uh-oh. All right, I'm going to send it back to you guys.
Why?
Scotty, he ran right behind Scotty.
We're
You didn't
about
even
to get
notice.
some good TV. Don't send it back to us.